Hello, everyone. I'm here at Beacon House, doing one more pitch for our GoFundMe to get some funds raised for Beacon House. And one of the things I was reminded about 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, I was sitting down with our new director for membership, and she's read through everything at Beacon House. She's read through all the documents that I've sent her, everything through the website, and she said, I really I really need to know who you are and understand why Beacon House. Then I thought to myself, maybe I need to talk about this to everyone. Some of you know me, some of you know me throughout my life at different stages. So I thought I'd start at the beginning. I don't know if most of you know, I was born and raised here in Washington County. Born at Washington County Hospital back when it was still called Washington County Hospital, back when it was downtown here in Hagerstown, not too far from where Beacon House is located right now. Raised here, went to Smithsburg High School, graduated with a couple folks who are on board the Beacon House directors, board of directors and advisory and review board, as well as some of our members and a lot of our donors. Then I went to 2 years of HCC, majored in biology, minored in education. Then went to Shepherd University. At the time, I think it was still Shepherd College. Graduated there with my Bachelor's of Science in Biology. All the time working in what's called Young Life, working in the youth ministry field, and doing some other student teaching and other odd jobs throughout college. And working also at Brook Lane at their group home Stonebridge, my senior year of college. At the end of that, getting a job at Cornell Abraxas Youth Center in South Mountain, PA, where I met the president of our advisory and review board, who happened to have gone to Shepherd at the same time that I did. We just hadn't had our paths cross yet until we worked together at Abraxas. And then after that, working for the last 14 and a half, 15 years almost now in education. 2 years in juvenile corrections where I did a lot with the wilderness phase or the third phase education. Got a lot of experience really quick as well with GED, getting kids who were court ordered, the testing that they needed, the actual prep work they needed before they could actually go take the test so they were successful at becoming GED certificate holders. And then after that, moving to Frederick County Public Schools, where I taught at West Frederick Middle School for 3 years, where I became a school improvement team member, voted on, and then became department chair of science for the first time. Then after that, went to Walkersville High, where I grew even more, teaching a lot of different things: environmental science, introduction to chemistry and physics, biology, both honors and merit, and what was called directed at the time. Really getting my feet wet with a lot of differentiation throughout those years, at Cornell Abraxas to West Frederick to Walkersville High, really understanding what it means to meet all learners where they are and help bring them up to where they need to be by the end of the course. That was a lot of awesome, amazing friendships made there, friendships that last to this day, that are part of the board, part of the membership here, part of the think tank, part of the donors for Beacon House. Then after that, there was this wonderful man who was my principal, Dave Keene, who told me I was great at what I did in the classroom and out of the classroom, but I didn't look happy. And so at the end of the day, I knew I needed to go overseas and teach, because this wonderful woman, Molly Davis at the time, told me way back when I worked at Abraxas that I should go overseas with her, or go overseas to the same kind of thing that she was going to plan to do, which was teach abroad. And so I submitted my application and went to a job fair and taught abroad. Went to Colombia. 2 amazing years, lots of friendships that I am so thankful for. Started to travel even more. Before I went to Colombia, the summer before, I took my first group of kids overseas from Walkersville High. Sue Fabish and I took kids, along with Shirley Moore and a couple other parents, to Costa Rica for the first time. And I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Taking kids from the United States out of the country to a new experience in a foreign country was awesome. And I wanted to do it more, and I wanted to live abroad and travel more and see more of the world, and I did. I moved to the Republic of Georgia and then to Bangalore, India. met some amazing people all along the way, and then finally decided to come back to the United States. Really looking forward to getting grounded and settled a little bit. I was in my mid 30s at the time and said, okay, maybe it's time to grow some roots, and came back here, went to Williamsport High School, had an amazing time, learning a lot about what was going on here in the States with STEM, and challenging the thinking here in Washington County about what does it mean to teach STEM, and be a STEM integrated lesson. Really meeting some great people like Tanya Meadows and Jackie Cheney and Chris Kopko, and joining them and really challenging the Williamsport feeder pattern to be even more exceptional at the work they do with STEM in their feeder pattern and their feeder pattern STEM challenge, but also at the high school in the science department. But then reaching out to HCC, Hagerstown Community College, and planning their second STEM festival, organizing it and working together with lots of great folks from Washington County government, HCC, the public school, and really putting that together. But you know me, if you know me, that wasn't enough. I wanted another challenge. I needed to grow. I needed to figure out what I could do and where I can go with making an impact on students' lives. So I decided all those great things that were going on in DC Public Schools with Michelle Rhee and Kaya Henderson, that I wanted to be a part of that. So I applied and interviewed and got a job at Anacostia High School. And to this day, I do not regret that time that I spent at Anacostia High School, because it helped me understand so much, grow in myself and my confidence level through the Teacher Leader Innovation Fellowship that I did, and at the same time doing my admin certification at internship year there. Really grew, took off, understanding what it means to be a highly effective teacher in an urban setting, and try to actually, reach those, or actually eliminate those achievement gaps. It's difficult work, and I've worked with some great people. One of those people, Caroline Hill, who helped me so much as my mentor through that TLI program, and helping me grow and understanding who I was, and then inviting me to this program called School Retool through the University of Stanford School of Design and through City Bridge Foundation, and understanding for the first time how much impact I have to make change, whether it's small change that you build on over time after time after time, or whether it's large changes and large leaps, being creative, looking for innovative ways to think outside the box, and be a part of the solution to bring equity in achievement, to eliminate those achievement gaps, to eliminate those disparities in minorities and low income or people from low income households, and the achievement that they're actually making right now in STEM careers. STEM and STEAM, those are the careers of the future. If we know anything, our kids have to know how to think, how to problem solve. When approached with a situation, finding multiple viable outcomes and learning and planning and figuring out how to get the information they need to solve those problems with multiple plans. They can't just rely on plan A. You got to have a plan B and C and maybe even a D. With all of that, I applied for a Breakthrough Schools grant, and I didn't get it, but I got great feedback that my idea of starting a school was great around service, scholarship, and stewardship. I took that idea, and a lot of encouragement from one person named Tanika Holden Flynn. I am forever grateful. With her encouragement and a lot of other people saying, yeah, you can do this. You can do this. You can start a nonprofit. You can actually go out there and make a difference. In January, incorporating, and now really getting people on board, getting my board of directors, getting my advisory and review board all in place. For the most part, getting all of those things locked in, getting everyone organized and ready to plan. And that leaves us to today, where I'm here doing a lot of work, getting ready for June 6th, which is our open house with the mayor and city council and a lot of other important people. But the most important people are the people like you who give us $5, $10, whatever it is, to help make this vision grow. And this vision starts back all the way 37 plus years ago when I was born here in Washington County. I grew up here.